Right, I have to start that again. Right. Good evening, welcome to Tottenham Tantrum Gold, your home, your classic games, classic content, and classic debates. Tonight we have a belter. We have West Ham United versus Tottenham Hotspur for the 28th of December 1993. We're in the middle of Aussie's dream first season in charge, which was quickly turning into be an absolute nightmare. Teddy Sheringham out injured. The likes of Giselle and Barnby up front. Kerslake in the fullback positions. I mean, what were we thinking? But we supported the team anyway. But can we beat the Irons from West London and just shut them up for the rest of the season? With me tonight, watching these classic games, is usual crowds. It's my mate Hoover, the man that I was sent down to West Ham just to bully the dinosaur. It's my mate, your mate, Hoover99. How are you, Hoover?
Good here, thanks, Dermot. Always looking forward to another classic because we know we can win.
Are we? I didn't know. This is Aussie's dream, remember? This is Aussie's team, remember? Anything can happen. And down below is a man I would send to destroy the dinosaur. He probably was Barney the dinosaur at West Ham and chucking out the bubbles. I say, as the West Ham players come running out, as little children trying to catch the bubbles. Were you there, Phil, trying to pop their bubbles that day?
No, just let the team speak for themselves and they can burst all the bubbles they like for the Hammers.
Right. We're going to say hi to a few people coming in. Catman Jess, hi, good evening. Tottenham Tantrum Army, lovely to have you in. And she also says, big up, guys, as well. Bring that up, Phil. Big up, guys. Thank you.
I'll bring it up as well. You got to stop saying she. Catman Jess is a fella.
I know. I didn't say she.
I'm sure you did.
Well, if I did, I apologise, sir. Nice to have you in, sir. There you go. We got it now. Mark Cousins is in. Evening, lads. How are you all? I'm grand. It's the other two.
Dermot's grand because he's probably supped half a pint of vodka.
I don't fucking drink.
Special orange.
I don't drink.
Just a nice, neat Coke there.
Yeah, I will get me on back on YouTube. It's worth my while. I will, on this channel, I will do one day. And Wayne Bonner, evening everyone. Hope you all had a good day and you're well. Yeah, we're all fine. Looking forward to this big match. Before we get going, we are also on Twitch now. We're broadcasting both on YouTube and Twitch. You can find us there, Tottenham Tantrum Gold, all one word. And Phil's already trying to get his own movie-based things up again.
Still going, guys. Still going.
Yeah. So anyway, so you can find us on Twitch. You can also find us on Twitter. And you can also find us on Instagram and also on Facebook. Phil, can you explain to people about the PayPal, how they could, if they want to donate, just explain about that and what happens to the money to do donate, so we all know exactly.
All right, so there is a donation tab up on the page. It's in the banner at the top, in the bottom right-hand corner of the banner. But what we've also done is put the link in the bottom here. So the link is scrolling across your screen at the moment, and it's also in the top of the chat. And that's for anyone that wanted to donate anything. And what we would say is all the proceeds that we get in there will go towards improving our channel and trying to get some good stuff, whether we look at guests or anything like that. But everything that is donated goes straight back into the channel. So thank you.
Dermot's AA meetings.
Yes. Yeah, anyone who donates won't be getting vodka for Derby. He does take that out of his own paycheck.
I don't drink, for feck's sake. I don't know how to get this through to you two. I just don't know. Anyway.
Right, you're among friends, mate. It's okay.
Hi, Cody Mac. How are you doing, sir? Said nice game yesterday. Has Salah been left out of the
penitentiary?
Yeah.
I think he needs to be put into prison. I think.
He was very quiet yesterday, Salah, wasn't he?
He was.
It was a great game yesterday. Felt very drained physically afterwards. I think the two lads agree because we watched it together. And we have Spurs 72, afternoon, Dermot, Cooper and Phil. How are you? I'm grand. Cooper's grand. Phil's a bit moody. Must be time of the month. So we'll let them buy a little bit.
I'm not on the happy juice like Dermot. I've been working all day.
I can only see two of you. Phil can only see two of us, and Dermot, he thinks he's surrounded by 4 people.
I do. I think I'm spying around 6.
Dermot thinks
But
he's
never
in the
mind.
Bohemian Rhapsody video.
I actually do. Okay,
Anyway.
Should we play the game?
Oh, hang on. I was just going to say a quick thing for Cody Mack there. He's talking
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
penitentiary. I think Salah was so quiet. It was a great move. Seemed to be putting Sessegnon to just sit on him the whole game and then shadow him everywhere and then get forward when he could. It was a good move. We did keep him very quiet. But pity we didn't win it. That's the only trouble. Right. Yeah, on with the game then. Perhaps I'll play something after all. Or we could just sit here taking the mickey out of Dermot all night.
Good evening, Derek Hutchison says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Big up, big up. Cody Mack says, Sessi was impressive. Yes, he was. I was very impressed with him yesterday. And Wayne Bonners put the Dukes of Mickey Hazard.
Oh yes. Yeah, I appreciate that one.
Also, I would like to thank... hang on. Yeah, do you want to talk about the game quickly, Keith?
We'll get the well. It was based. We said it in the intro. Basically, it's early Aussie Ardelis reign, and we've got some interesting mix of players in there. Notably, Jason Dazelle, who we bought to be.
Did you thank Duck Jive?
I haven't said it yet, but we will say it now. Thank you to Simon at Duck Jive 1 for use of this game. As usual, he provides a load of quality and rare footage that going right way back in time, also both Spurs and England matches. And if you want to hear it with the original commentary and to get some nostalgia from that as well, he's got all these games and a lot of others, including classic match of the day and things like that, and some really good documentaries as well on his channel. So go and have a look if you've got a bit of time to spare.
And just very quickly, thank you to Conrad Little for the €15. Thank you very much from the bottom of the heart for all of us. Thank you so much for that. Very kindly donated, so thank you. The team is Torsbeck, Kersleg, Claudewood, Edinburgh, Sedgley, Samways, Anderson, Caskey, Mr. Hazard. Thank you very much for wishing me Merry Christmas last night on Twitter. Very kind of you. And Barnby and Dizel up front. And there is the West Ham side. Spurs 72 says, he's just sent me some booze money.
Yeah. I'll see you.
Big up
now, aren't you, yeah. See,
what can't speak can't lie.
Yeah. Keep sending it. I need a good Christmas.
Our messages, please don't give us anything. Save Dermot.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you so much, Spurs 72. Very kind of you there. Thank you so much.
God, our lineup in this game, though, it's
Whoa, I've put it up at the bottom of the screen there, but you're not really looking anywhere other than possibly Anderton or the keeper, thinking, yep, they'd be all right.
We have Duck Jive in, Simon's in. How are you? Cody Max put Tottenham Tantrum anonymous.
Yeah, he's quite right. Yeah, this was probably Spurs' best performance of a very disappointing season. It was. It really was. I mean, just look at the lineup. I mean, you got Mickey Hazard and Nicky Barnby there. Otherwise, going forward, Anderton's there, of course.
Yeah,
but I mean, Darren Caskey, he was one that failed to live up to what the expectations we had. Steve Sedgley's not a bad little sort of utility player, and but there's some there that those names crop up when you're talking about some of the worst players we've had.
What do you say to Cody Mack's message, Goss?
Cody Mack,
down the bottom there.
Tantrum anonymous. That's it.
Fair shout. He obviously knows you as well as we do now, Dermot. You know, there's no denying that.
Yeah, Barnby was a good player, Simon. I do agree. It's just a shame his career went a bit funny, didn't it, when he left us and went to Middlesbrough? Just went a bit south, didn't it?
It did. Yeah, he really shone when he had. Thinking back when he had Klinsmann, Sheringham, Anderton around him, he was really shining in that team. That says all we need to know about him. He deserved to be amongst that sort of quality, but yeah, he just faded away badly. Well, he was homesick. That's why he went back. Yeah, wasn't he homesick? And that's why he wanted to go back.
He was. Also, his wife. Also,
You know, he was in England's Euro '96 squad. He was in the 2001 game against Germany. He started in that game, so he was in some good company in there.
He was. And the referee, not a mask or a coronavirus in sight in this game.
Yeah, made a change.
And we're off, and we're on the way. There's Mickey Hazard.
How bad were West Ham back then?
And also, can I just also say thank you to I can never get a name right.
Adele?
No.
Guguma.
Thank you for the full euro 23¢. Very kind of you. Thank you so much indeed. Very, very humble. Thank you so much. Thank you very much indeed. So thank you very much to Spurs 72 and
Guguma
for the donations. Thank you so much indeed. And Phil will give you a quick later on, just a quick where you can find the link page. It's at the top of the link, isn't it? Quickly, Phil.
It is, but we're also stressed that we don't want people to feel like they have to donate.
No, you don't have to donate. Now, I want to make that clear. You don't have to donate. It is free to watch. I have always made that very clear.
Ultimately, our goal is really to get the likes and the subscribes up, isn't it? Because we just enjoy having a big audience.
But also, if you would like to, then everything does go back in the channel, and we're very grateful and we're very humbled by that as well. It shows that you love the channel as well. So thank you so much.
This is a good idea by Cody Mack.
Message for you there from Cody Mack. Come on then, Dermot. See if you can do that on your half pint of vodka.
Yeah,
come on.
Somebody with dyslexia. Thanks very much, Phil. It's not funny.
Was the same name each time, so
I know, but I find it hard to. Sometimes I can see it in my head. I see it in my eyes, but I can't get it out in my speech. Even though sometimes it doesn't come out correctly as I want it to. I don't mean to.
Guguma sent you 3 hearts, so
yeah. Thank you. But I will practice that in my spare time, Cody Max. So I'll have that there to practice. The lads will have me down in the classroom now next week. As from tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, Cruise will be there on the Blackbird. Don't worry, Cody Max, you're grand. You're grand. How's the beard? I want to know how the beard's coming along.
I think Cody's just saving up till Christmas, and there'll be a big unveiling. He's got this 3-foot long monster beard. Duck Joe's on Simon saying, ask Mickey Hazard to give you a shout on Twitter. When he gave Duck Jive 1 a shout, I got about 200 new subscribers in 24 hours. Wow. Well, he's going to love that kind of thing. The content you're providing, and then hence we're providing, that's right up his street.
Yeah, we will do. We are looking to get a special guest on after Christmas, aren't we, Phil? Phil's in charge of that now.
There's some. I want to say there's some irons in the fire, but I don't want to say that. There's a little bit of simmering stuff, which hopefully.
And also I will say some. So we've got some fires going, but thank you very much to everyone who's tuned in so far. and donated and liked and subscribed. It means a lot to all of us. So thank you so much indeed.
Absolutely, guys.
The only irons I really want to see on the fire are Spam tomorrow. Yeah.
Right, I better get back on my vodka then, because
you see Cody
drove me to fucking drink.
Do you see that, Dermot? Cody says beard is coming along.
You'll have to come on, Cody, when it's fully on and do your Spurs 11.
Definitely. Any game, Spurs 72, any game versus the Hammers where we play well and whoop on them, I am up for. Couldn't agree more.
I was going to say, you're going to get no disputes on this channel, that's for certain.
I can't even call them by my preferred name for them on this channel. It's just not politically correct, is it?
Even if we have breached the 10 minutes, we're not going to.
What, the iron... Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, no, I won't. Yeah, I won't go there. I won't go there. But you could probably think of it if you are.
Well, thank you, Simon, for the advice. We definitely will take that on board. So thank you for that as well. I was speaking to Mickey Hazard last night on Twitter. Anyway,
wow.
Wished him Merry Christmas, and he wished me a Merry Christmas back as well. So it was very nice of him. So if you're watching, Mickey, big up, fella.
And if you're watching also, Mickey, can you get a pair of boots and go and report to Mr. Conte for tomorrow night? No, for Wednesday night.
Wayne Bonner's Spurs. Hang on. Yeah. Cody Max says, "Do I get to pick any player from Spurs history, or only been a fan for a week? So compared to you guys, yeah." If you pick your all-time Spurs 11 from the players that have been in your lifetime.
Yeah, that's fair.
We will make an exception because of Cody Mack living in Canada.
So only the players that have played for Canada.
No. No, that's not fair.
Yeah, so your team, Cody, will consist of Paul Stalteri and
Musa Sissoko.
No, but it's any player from your lifetime that when you've been alive, from Cody, from when you were born up to present day. Spurs 72, big ups to everyone in the chat. COYS, yeah, big up Spurs 72. And Wayne Bonner put, "Who are this West Ham you keep mentioning? I've never heard of them."
Oh, it's
I haven't either. I've never heard of this West Ham. I mean, who are they?
I think it's some little traveller community from East London.
Are you starting already, Cooper?
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah.
Do I have to put a disclaimer out?
Cody Mack is going to predominantly have a team from the Enoch era.
Yeah, that's grand. That's grand.
Fine.
You've got 20 years. You've got 20 years of players to pick there, so that sounds good. We're really looking forward to having you on. And Catman Jess is back now. Had a call. Yeah.
Grand.
He's changed. Yeah. Nice to have you back, Catman. And we'd love to have you on as well to choose your all-time Spurs 11 or favourite game as well. And that goes to everyone in the chat. We are looking to start next year. One day, do a fan or somebody will come on to have their all-time 11. Sort of like a little fan show on Continental Gold. So.
Yeah, we should probably think about making a set day for it or something, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
See how things work out.
And Cody Mack says, "Forgot that. I'm taking from 1984 onwards. Don't care if I didn't want the games." Okay, Cody. We'll give you that. All right. Anyone that lives in Canada or all around the world apart from the United Kingdom and Ireland, we'll give you a bit of leeway. Because to be fair to them, they probably didn't have matches in the 80s and 90s in their countries. So they just recently, they're allowed to, I think, the last 20, 25 years. So we have to give them that. Thanks for calling about. I'll let you read that one, Catman.
Well, Catman can't read it out.
Thanks for calling that out, Kuva. Lol. I've just been rolling with the she and her as a joke. Well, you don't want to know. I mean, we were expecting you to be coming on as Catwoman.
You've totally upset the fella below me now. I mean, he's in tears now. But big up, Catman. Thank you for joining in, and we appreciate your support as well. So thank you very much.
Where are the goals? Should
One
be
at
at least
either end.
3-0.
One at either end of the pitch, Coover. That's
I'm
how football is
surprised you
played.
can see them.
If you want for your shooting, Dermot, just pick the one in the middle. It's probably the best chance you got.
But you two shut up. I am not drunk. I don't drink.
Yeah.
I don't know where this started from.
Compared to what?
Oh, she's in the zone now, running down the pitch. He's now running. Look at them go. Look at them go. Tackling right now. Jesus, you fucking Egypt. Right.
There we go. Dermot, introducing half a bottle of vodka.
We've
I
decided already.
I swear to God, I don't know where this started, but I don't drink. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm just going to roll with it now because there's no point arguing with you today.
Yeah, you can relax now. The pressure's off, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Take the
Lord.
bottle out of the brown bag.
You're well away.
Yeah. No more brown bags on those bottles for Dermot.
Hang on. No, I haven't got a brown bag now. There's Nicky Barnby.
Yeah, I'll see him and I'll see Anderton, and I'll keep expecting to see Sheringham as well. But
Yeah. And Mark
No
Cousin
such luck.
goes, go on. Oh, Lord. Go on. Will you have one, Father? Go on. You'll have one, will you?
Is he through?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Holy Mother of God.
That's how bad things were back then.
I mean, what was Ozzy thinking? I would love to ask Mr. Paramore what was he thinking sitting on the bench with Ozzy at this time.
Thank God I'm
Because
not
he was
running
assistant manager.
There they are. All forgotten all their talk about selling garden gates and stolen dogs now, and they're trying to remember who the player is from their massive list of who's nobody.
Spurs 72 guys and girls in this chat, smash some likes and subscribe. This channel is brilliant. Thank you so much indeed, Spurs 72. Absolutely brilliant.
It's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's
it
only
is
one
actually.
channel left on YouTube, and it's us. We're probably okay.
Yeah. And Catman Jess says, I need to start getting to be earlier to get up for the coffee show with you guys. It starts like 6 a.m. here. Wow.
So where are you?
Whereabouts?
Catman,
Yeah,
Jess?
whereabouts
I'm
are you,
thinking
Catman?
You're somewhere in the US, probably on the East Coast. But yeah, let us know where you are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a guess at New York.
I would
5
love
hours
to,
away,
I
yeah.
would love to know where everyone is at the moment. Actually, just put in the comments where they are. That'd be interesting. Actually, I would like that. So just a bit of a roper where you are, because we've had somebody from Hong Kong that didn't watch this one morning, wasn't it, Cooper?
Did we?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't remember really.
There's
I know
Aston.
we obviously get a lot of people come and watch from Korea because, well, how can you not love Sonny? I mean, I'd follow him around if I was Korean. I'd be mad for him as well. Well, mad for him anyway. It's just brilliant. But yeah, you tend to get that when somebody's a superstar in a region, then you'll go and follow that team.
Aaron Dubs in. Big up, Aaron, my brother. How are you, sir? And he's in. Right, we've got a few here.
I'm going back to the top of these, and just so we can see where everyone is.
Well, can I just say you got Spurs 72 completely wrong, Phil. You're in the wrong state altogether.
I'm still on the East Coast though, so not bad.
Okay.
Whereabouts in Florida? I'm going Orlando. What else we got? Tampa, Miami. Anyway, let's go through these. So we got
we've got Eugene. Hi, Eugene. Welcome. He's in Malaysia. Aaron's in exotic county Dublin. Big up, Aaron. Big up, my Aaron. Cody Mack. I'm at work.
Wayne Bonner. Boom.
Canes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah. Quality.
Spurs 72 Florida. Catman Jess is, I'm in a small city of 50,000, North Bay. Where's that, guys?
Ontario in Canada.
Wow.
That's nice. Wow, that's a nice area, that.
And Goguma. Sonny.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah,
I do apologise.
How can you not love Sonny?
Yeah. And then Cody Matt says, Catman Jess, I have friends in North Bay. You're about 90 minutes from me in, where's that, guys?
Muskoka.
Don't know that one.
No.
How are you, Aaron? You've been missing for a while, brother. Hope you're keeping well.
Wayne Bonner in West London. Some guy called Phil, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I'm gonna give Phil a bit of a timeout here, I think. Yeah, I think I am. Where is it? Yeah, I'm gonna give Phil a bit of a timeout here. Yeah, Phil's on a timeout, whoever this Phil is, I don't know. No, I haven't really.
See? 100 points. No timeout from Spurs 72. Dunedin, outskirts of Tampa. Must be very close to Busch Gardens.
Yeah. And Phil gets 100 points.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Thank you, Spurs 72.
And Cody Mac, wait, are we still doing the puns? I might have one. I might have to stop working.
Yeah, it's an ongoing feature until we change the subject, but we're still doing our movies at the moment.
Just don't get yourself sacked, Cody Mac. Just don't get yourself sacked.
Yeah.
We have Cody Aaron talking to Goguma.
Yes.
If I get that right, am I going to get a yes every time?
Wish you could do like we could do a tally for the show, couldn't we?
Yeah. Oh Jesus! I bet Jesus never had this problems with his 12 disciples.
Well, he didn't.
No, he probably didn't drink he only drank red wine. He didn't drink vodka.
Oh Lord!
Right, on to Catman Jess. Really, Cody, that's cool. I've lived here my whole life. I probably know a few of them. Cuba, big up to Cuba. Indiana Cliff Jones and the Temple of Dumitrescu. Very good. And Catman Jess. Just for the record, Muskoka is way nicer than North Bay.
And I've got a bit of breaking news here. Well, it's not breaking news, but it's more of a source of mine has just texted me, and he says Tottenham looking to basically Tottenham are going to sign Antonio
Rudiger
from Chelsea this week. Conte wants him in his defence. What would you say about that, lads? Just a question. Yeah, no to him, Phil.
My first thought on that is he's after 400k a week at Chelsea, and if they're not going to pay it, we're certainly not paying that, are we? So I don't know how that deal will go ahead. If those are the rumours, or if the rumours are true, would I take him? Yeah, he's a quality defender. He tends to play on the left of the back three, doesn't he?
Yes or no, Keith?
If he's on a free, we've got a chance of getting him. If Chelsea still have his contract, like he's not a free agent, then they're not going to sell to us. So that'll be out the window. He's a good defender. Could we use more of a sort of ball-playing defender than that? Maybe. But at the end of the day, if Conte wants him, I'm for what Conte wants.
So that's the latest from Tottenham. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. And Phil, tell what people can do, how people can get to the next thing on this channel. What do they do?
They can turn up for our next show at 11 o'clock.
No, it's all right. You hit the notification bell.
Oh, sorry.
On the channel.
Sorry, I was miles away. Yeah, if you hit the notification bell, like and subscribe to us, as many of you have, that would be great. But if you do hit that notification bell, then you'll get pre-warning of some of our upcoming shows, which are most days. Actually, they're most days. They're every day plus more than one in a day. So we're just trying to fill the content while Tottenham are having their little bit of enforced break from playing football.
And if they want to find us somewhere else, they can find us on Instagram. You can also find us on Cody Mac. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and also on Facebook. And Phil, if they do feel like they want to donate something to the channel for new games or guests, where can they do that as well?
There's on the homepage. There's a banner, and in the bottom right hand corner of the banner there is a small donations page. When you go into it, it will say James Moyles, which is Dermot's real name. Is that your birth name?
No, my adopted name.
Your adopted name. Sorry, but obviously Dermot is Dermot's birth name. So, but yes, if you see Moyles in there, then that is our Dermot.
And then for that, Cooper, that's for games and guests, isn't it? It's for the channel, isn't it, really? For no other purpose than that.
Yeah, just get sort of Dermot some sort of drip tray for his laptop, and perhaps a bib for soaking out the alcohol.
Oh, big up to Wayne, Bigfoot, and the Ant.
Oh Lord Jesus, Mary and Joseph and the wee donkey. Honestly, I bet you Jesus and the disciple. I bet he didn't have this problem with his disciple. I bet he didn't.
Who didn't have this problem?
Jesus and his disciples.
Well, no, they just had one bottle of red, didn't they? But didn't have one bottle each.
Oh, Lord.
Right, Spurs. Anyway, I'm going to do some of the comments, guys.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Rudiger is an improvement over Davis, so he'd take that one. Mark Cousins, hope that isn't true. I get enough grief from my Chelsea mates for having their rejects. Okay. Catman GS. Yes, Cody, it does have its upsides for sure. Not enough Spurs fans, though. A lot of Man United, and I did work in Muskoka a few years ago when they had the flooding, but would love to go back there. And then Gaguma is at Aaron. It's Korean, means sweet potato. So that's the name. I think that's the name. Gaguma means sweet potato. Know your pronunciation was perfect. So big up
Thank
to
you
Aaron.
very much. Thank you very much, Gaguma. Thank you very much indeed. I didn't get a cheer there.
Oh yeah.
Rocking in now. Cody Mack with the Maltese Falco.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah. Emily Ford.
Emily Ford.
That's a new name. Hello, Emily. Nice of you.
Welcome, Emily. Thank you for joining us.
Vark Tech.
That's a good one.
Aaron at Kaguma. Haha, kawaii. Right, I'm not reading that one. I can't do that. I'm just going to thank you.
That's somebody trying to spam a adult material, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I've just blocked her.
All right, yeah.
Emily Ford is a spam bot. If you see that, take it's a link to spyware. Okay, thanks, Aaron. Yeah. And then Adam. Nice of you to join us yesterday, Adam. I'm glad it was
Hi, Adam.
Any for you. Glad you joined us. It was great watching
we should do that, actually. We'll explain to the viewers. We actually watched the Tottenham Liverpool game as a four of us in the group offline. We're thinking of doing a watch along for the West Ham game. So I just want to know if everyone in the chat, would you like us to do that? Because it's something we're not really wanted. We're something we talked about. So it's up to you. What do you think? Do you think it'd be a good idea for us to do that on Wednesday? Just let us know what you think.
Not with the language we were using yesterday, it won't.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm very nervous doing it. I might not join the stream. I might have to mute mine, and you can just see my physical reactions.
Yeah. That'd be good enough.
Kind of look like a Prodigy video.
Yeah. I am.
Well, at one point, you see, at one point, Phil was ahead of us, so we didn't know what was happening. We were just waiting for his reactions.
But during that point, Mr. Sun scored, so I think they all realised when they heard some cheering. I'll put it as cheering.
Phil, you
We'll-
didn't cheer, you went.
We'll go for that. It was an upgrade on the owl, that's for sure.
Yeah, with a few bleeps in the middle of it.
Okay, yeah, nice of you, Adam. It was great having you on yesterday. Really
Yeah, it
enjoyed
really
it.
was.
So nice to see you again. Yeah, yeah. You know what Dermot's like once he's had a drink. Catman.
I will get my own back on YouTube. Believe me, I will do it eventually.
Mad Max Robson. Yeah, quality. And Aaron. Hi, Adam. The picture of Baha'i Kabu, traditional home in Philippines. I want to retire and live in one. Nice. Oh, Cody Mack.
That's a good one.
Luca.
That's actually a very good one. Yeah, that was one of the reasons we thought against it, but we just thought just for a laugh we do it. But it's up to everyone. It's up to the people who subscribed. It's up to them. If you want to see it, we'll do it. If you don't, then we won't do it. So it's really up to everyone. Our job here is to please the fans of this channel. So that's what we do, isn't it, lads?
It is. It is.
That's always our plan, our aim.
And Aussie Idealist here must be pulling his hair out.
Yeah, we haven't really got a hold in the game yet, have we?
No. Right, I'm going to get your lads' thoughts on the Premier League clubs to continue with the fixture schedule over Christmas as planned after a meeting today over COVID-19 outbreaks within clubs. Kuba, I want to start with you on that. What do you say? And hang on. And also, yeah, I'll come back to that. Go on. What do you say over that Premier League meeting today, Kuba, and what the outcome of?
What with them deciding with no postponements?
Yeah.
A bit surprised, to be honest. You would have thought with the amount of outbreaks happening in the last few weeks, it would be the sensible choice was just to give us a little natural break in the fixtures. But if at the end, it always comes back to what we keep saying at the end of the day, because the government have decided to do nothing about it, then the organisations like the Premier League are going to put the games on because they want their money. So yeah, I think it's the wrong decision, but if they're being left to make up their own minds on it, then this is what's going to happen.
Yeah. Phil, with that decision being made, and the government could bring it. There's rumours going around that your British government will bring in stricter COVID lockdown rules. Could there be like a chance that the clubs will have to pay behind closed doors again? And with all that financial risk that brings it, do you think this was a bad decision? But if you look at it that way,
decision was inevitable. They were never going to do it until the government told them they had to because of the big pound signs that's going. I think clubs will fight against it because the TV money went up a little bit last year, which kind of compensated a little bit of the loss. But it's such a monumental amount of income that comes in for a home game. I would see chairman and owners alike fighting tooth and nail to not be behind closed doors because of that loss.
Yeah, but if it's come that your government has put it into law, there's nothing the clubs can do, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, what I'm saying is they will fight. They would fight then to delay the season rather than do part of the season behind closed doors. That's what I would suspect would happen.
Cooper, the FA have also scrapped the replays for round 3 and round 4 of the FA Cup, and they said they will play all the league games in the Championship, League 1 and League 2, and the EFL Cups as well, if it's safe to do so. Would you postpone the 2 League Cup games this week to after Christmas? just extend the League Cup for an extra month or so.
Absolutely. I was all for a sort of mini lockdown, a circuit breaker for football that includes the cup games. So, yeah.
And we've suddenly got a whole heap of time left now, so we're not under any constraints because we're now not in the blooming Europa League.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to get onto as well in a minute, Phil. I will bring that up.
Yeah, what I'm saying, obviously, you've got all those Thursdays where we've now got no games. So catching up the 3, maybe 4 Premier League games is nowhere near as bad as it would have been if...
But it could be for the other teams, because they have to agree to a date as well, Phil. It's not just because we've got Thursdays, Phil. They could be in Europe. They could have cup games.
Burnley aren't, Brighton aren't. So it's only the Leicester game that's is the difficult one to fit in, isn't it? But for the games that are outstanding.
Yeah. Cooper, where would you stick them games in? Would you stick them in later in the season?
Oh, yeah, it would have to be, wouldn't it? Can't do them earlier. You want to lay off the stuff for a little bit, don't you? Just.
Yeah, I think we should go back to the start of this. I think we should get an DeLorean and then just play the games in hand at the start of the season.
What did I say that was wrong?
Would you delay the games and then play them later in the season? Well,
would you play them in April or May, or would you play them now if we've got a gap? That's the point I'm making.
Well, if you're playing them now, then you're not delaying them, are you?
No, it's not. No.
Orange juice, mate. It'll calm you. Don't worry. We're here, mate. We're here for you. It's okay.
But no, the games that have been postponed, would you play them in later in May? Would you extend the season? That's what I was trying to get at.
Oh, I'm sure you could fit them in amongst the rest of the fixtures of the season. It shouldn't be a problem. They're prepared to give a busy schedule at this time of year, so why not just have the busy schedule at a different time of year?
Yeah.
I don't see a problem.
No. Okay. Phil, do you want to do some of the comments? Because you don't want them building up there. I think we were down to...
Is this the game Hazard Rifles that won in from outside the box? You're going to have to wait and see, I'm afraid. No spoilers tonight. Cody, don't work too hard. Yeah, I think Cody's biggest problem last week was not crying with laughter when we descended into complete childishness. Another one for Kuvat. Kana versus Kana. Great film.
Did you get the Catman Jess one for the under-19s?
Haven't got that yet.
Did you get that one there? That's a good one.
Yeah, did that one earlier.
All right. Nearly. No,
Gaguma, I'm well. How's everything with you? Some chat in there. Lazy day. Adam, Mark. We don't want postponements. We're on fire. Harry Winks is Dembele and Dele is Pele.
Right. I want. Yeah. Question on that.
There's somebody else who's on the source. Jesus.
And the question. Ali Deli's and Harry Winks' performance yesterday. I'll start with you, Phil. I start with you. Can have Dele Ali. Your thoughts on his performance yesterday?
It was much better and it was pretty good, but it's not going to last. We all know it won't last. And he should have scored and probably cost us the game, because at 2-0 up, Liverpool weren't coming back from that. I don't care how good a save it was from Alisson. That should never even have been in there. They did a little bit of feature for him on Match of the Day, and he looked good. But do we trust him to do this week in, week out? I don't. Not at all.
Cooper and Harry Winks for you.
Well, just add quickly to the Dele Alli bit. Adebayor always used to start playing when it was a transfer window coming up or a contract renewal. So, seen this before. Anyway, Harry Winks, he had a great game. I must admit, it wasn't until a few little incidents, like him chasing back, like his life depended on it, and throwing himself into a few tackles, and then playing some delightful balls out, chipped over the Liverpool players to set the likes of Sessegnon on the attack, it suddenly dawned on me, you know what? Harry Winks is having a really good game here. And then as soon as I noticed that and kept watching him, he was doing everything you'd hope for. New lease of life, maybe. Wonder if he would have done it if Liverpool's midfield. Well, there we go.
Jason Dazelle.
The legend.
Oh, yeah. Tottenham's legendary goal scorer. Honest to God, brilliant.
We actually heard him described as the new Glenn Hoddle. That actually happened. It was a description for Jason Dazelle.
Yeah.
You sure they weren't on the source who wrote that?
Probably.
More than
Wayne Bonner's just popped up with Dean Austin Powers, International Man of Injury. That is absolutely brilliant.
He was unfortunate with injuries for us. Such a good player when we first got him.
Oh, there's a little tribute to you there, Kuba. Catman just noted the description of this game's football equivalent of a drive-by. Come on,
yeah. Anything that involves going to West Ham, coming away with 3 points, lovely. Don't care what the performance is like, just beat them. That's all that matters.
Yeah. And then Scott M. Not sure if the question is for the whole panel. I think this is your question on Dele and Winks there, Dermot. But for my 2 cents, Ali and Winks weren't that good. They were just better than they have been. Overall, neither were close to good enough for what we need. Do you know what?
Exactly. I agree with that.
Fantastic shout. I'd like to say there's a question point there.
I'll tell you what, Scott, you now that's the star quote of the day on the stream so far. So you're now star quote of the day.
I'd agree partly with that. I'd say I'd agree with that totally with Dele Alli, but Winks I actually think was doing what we need. The question with Winks is, can he do that on a consistent basis? And I really doubt it.
Mark Cousins. No, go on, you do it, Phil. Go
on. There was a poll on Paxton Road TV, and I voted for Harry Winks, man of the match. Didn't think I'd ever do that.
Yeah.
No. Again, for me, it's they probably did both have a good game, but they weren't brilliant. As much as I think Harry Winks has improved, the thing for me is just about that consistency. If anyone sat there now thinking, Daniel, we don't need to spend any money, we've got Winks and Ali, then they are sadly mistaken. They are not going to drive us forward to a top 4 and a cup win this season, not by any stretch. And if we think they are, then we're more naive than we give ourselves credit for.
You can't base your opinion on one game. You've got to look at a few years of form with these two.
I was just looking at Mickey Hazard in this game. He's playing pretty well,
He is.
Sorry, just going back to that, the first thing you'd be asking there is, there's a lot of talk about Dele Alli and Newcastle, and now suddenly for the first time in ages, he plays well. Let's just think back 4 or 5 games ago against Mora, and who would then, at the end of that match, would have given him higher than a 1 and been talking about keeping him. It's about consistency, and it's just not there. Consistency, aptitude, whatever you want to call it, it's not there with Dele, I don't think.
So I was making the comparison with Adebayor, we saw it with him all the time. Transfer windows on the horizon, suddenly starts playing a blinder.
Cody Mack said Winks looked like he picked up some pace. Credit to him if he's working hard. Best he's looked in years.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Has anyone seen Jason Son play at QPR or Ipswich? Is he any good? To be honest with you, I don't know.
No, I didn't know
Guys,
he was a footballer. But
I heard him mentioned a while ago, but I can't say I've been following him at all. You'd have to assume, since we haven't really heard anything about him, he's not really making any big waves.
Adam,
like his old man,
Winks couldn't get much worse, in fairness. Again, exactly the point, isn't it? What's he done in the Conference League this season? Not a lot. If they'd all stepped up, we wouldn't be in this situation where we were throwing out competition.
Yeah, the couple of questions I want to ask you on that too now, once we get through these questions.
And yeah, Adam, Levy still needs to spend in January. You're damn right he does.
Still a positive though for Conte, isn't it?
Yeah.
Getting them to play like that was because we were expecting the worst as soon as we saw that. Just imagine a few months ago when you saw the lineup: Dyer, Davies, Winks, Ndombele, Dele Alli. You'd have just think, oh, that's got a 5-0 loss written over it.
If you look at it, it's not actually far off the team that went to the scum where they absolutely battered us, did they?
Mm.
You know, so when people talk about is it manager or players, it's definitely both. But if Nuno had picked that team yesterday, we all know what the score would have been, and it would have started with a 0 for us and probably 3 or 4 for them.
Be back in 2 seconds, lads.
Wayne Bonner just with another one. Oh, the
housing. Yeah, very good.
And then that's our comments for now. So yeah, what's thoughts on the game then so far?
Well, we've scored. That's good.
Yeah.
It's just where the quality's lacking so many places though. Typical Derby in some ways.
Yeah.
Few tackles flying in, difficult to get on the ball. Just some of the real quality passes you see coming from Mickey Hazard, really.
Yeah.
And Anderton with a few as well. But West Ham really got nothing. Apart from the goal they scored, they haven't really offered anything.
No. And we proper gifted them that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, definitely. But I mean, what do you expect? Defence with Calderwood, Kerslake in it. Yeah. Oh, who else? Who else did we have in there?
Edinburgh. Who was the other centre back? I can't remember. Let me go and bring it back up.
Sedgley, it would have been, wouldn't it?
Steve Sedgley, yeah. He was more a CDM though, wasn't he? I thought that
he was just one of those sort of utility players, wasn't he? Like a bit like Mabbott, but much worse. But not much worse. Sedgley did all right for us. He was okay. You wouldn't know about it.
I saw us. I went to Old Trafford once, and he played. He just dominated the game. He was just there to he was like a sweeper in front of the back four, so a proper CDM basically.
Yeah.
And the Man U, it was brilliant. I was in the Man U end, so you have to be really quiet, which is hard going, especially if you watched me yesterday. It's really difficult, but the Man U fans were just. They kept calling him the robot because he literally got the ball, just nudged it back to the keeper. It literally was like a little metronome. Click.
Yeah, what I really did like about Steve Sedgley is whenever we scored a goal and he came up to the other players celebrating, he was so over the top, screaming in their face like the best thing that's ever happened. And I just thought, yeah, he's into this. He's playing for the team, really feeling every part of it. It was great to watch.
I mean, this was just before, obviously, we picked up the new team, wasn't it? Not the new team.
Oh, get in!
What a finish!
That's the one.
There you go, Adam. For you, my friend.
Right in the top corner. Can't argue with that. Gates West Ham makes it a bit sweeter as well.
Did he score?
Yeah,
he certainly did.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Had to pop to the bathroom, so I apologise about that.
Yeah, it's a fair point here, Wayne Bonner. We're not playing too bad, but you can see why we were in a relegation battle. We missed Sheringham big time. Certainly did.
Well, Sheringham got injured, I think, at the Liverpool game, didn't he? Or was it just after the Liverpool game he got injured?
I think it might have been on the Liverpool game.
It was away to Man United. That's where he got injured. It was the away game to Manchester United.
Wayne Bonner.
Tackled by Roy Keane, I think.
That's how you finish.
Yeah.
Right. Dermot, a big question for you, my friend.
Yeah.
Where did you guys get the name Tottenham Tantrum Gold?
Right. It's a bit of a story, but I'll break it down very small. It started actually during the second pandemic. I had my own Twitter page, and I wanted to do something a bit different. So I come up with the idea of doing a Tottenham Twitter page, but I didn't know what to call it. So I went to Jack Konecki, who's part of the Arch Hotspur, and he gave me 3 name titles. I forget what the other 2 were, Tottenham this, and then Tottenham Tantrum, he put as the last one. So I decided to go with that one. So that's where Tottenham Tantrum, and then Goal came once we went onto YouTube. We knew what we were doing. Then the Goal decided to come at we then put Gold at the end of it. So that's where Tottenham Tantrum Goal comes from. So the big up actually goes to Jack Konecki for giving me for coming up with the idea.
The Goal kind of ties in with the classics.
Yeah,
thing, doesn't
and
it?
also Dave Harris and Jack Konecki are brilliant supporters of this channel as well. So thank you guys, and everyone. Please get over to the Irish Hotspur. They want to get to 6,000. Let's get them there, and maybe this time next year they will be up to 6,000 subscribers. So, and we're on tonight 9:30 for the fan show. So I'm sure we will be over there. Anyone that's members, get to that community centre and click on the link and get onto the fan show and have your say to Dave and Jack. Because I know us 3 will be on there. So I hope that's all right for you, Spurs 72. Have we gone through the comments, guys?
Man United, Robson, Clout.
It's Robson. Yeah.
I
didn't think it was Roy Keane. I kind of remember it now. Put him out for a long time.
It did. I think he came out before the couple of games before the Oldham away game. I think
that would sound about right.
Yeah. It's half time here. It's Tottenham 2, West Ham United 1. Right, guys. News broke this morning. UEFA have awarded Rennes a 3-0 win. We've been talking it sort of on and off all day, haven't we, Kuva? We talked about it briefly this morning. So everyone sort of will know your thoughts. But I would like to start with Phil. And then I'll give my thoughts, and then we'll get Kuva's thoughts again. Phil, what's your thoughts on that this morning? Are you disgusted with UEFA? Are you disgusted with Tottenham? What's your thoughts?
I think it's a frigging travesty. It's not like we just woke up one morning and went, we don't want to play. We were caught by a worldwide pandemic. And the fact that I've a lot to say for the Premier League, because we tried postponing the Leicester game in order to play the Rennes game on that day, and the Premier League were like, no. And then on the day, typically with them, on the day, they then cancelled it. Where's their support now? That's like, yeah, this was us, it's down to you. There should be some support for higher up. We've now gone out of a competition, albeit a lot of it our own fault because we were too poor early on, but you can't lose a game that you can't play because you're caught in a worldwide pandemic. So for me, it's an absolute travesty, scandalous decision. And
my own thoughts we shouldn't have been in this place to begin with. We should have been well qualified by now. And I blame Nuno, and I do blame that fault lays on Nuno's door completely. I think we took some of the teams in the group too lightly. But I also think UEFA's ethic committee is diabolical and corrupt. I mean, this UEFA is completely corrupt. And I think it's an absolute disgusting that Tottenham Hotspur have been treated this way. And if there is an appeal, I think we should appeal it straight away.
It doesn't look like it, does it? Because it's almost like Tottenham accepted the deal. So it's whether or not they really wanted to.
There we go. 3-1.
Get in there.
Get in there.
Just no offside. Yeah.
Also, on the flip side of that, I think it could be a blessing in disguise for us, actually. So that's my only opinion on it. Kuva, what's your opinion on it? I think you're going down the Premier League and FA, aren't you? That sort of road.
Well, I think it's an absolutely disgraceful decision. We've basically been punished for adhering to the guidelines set out during the pandemic. How the hell UEFA don't step in and say, look, when we say here's a list, here's our fixture list, and Rennes say here's our fixture list, and UEFA could just pick out a date, say there, that looks fair for the two of you, play it then. What the hell is wrong with that? We would have played it at a neutral venue as well. Anywhere whatever, in their backyard, it wouldn't have mattered. Wherever it was, we would have played that. We were even happy to sandwich it in between the league game against Liverpool and the cup game against West Ham. I mean, that would have been incredibly difficult for us, but we still would have done it. So as far as I'm concerned, let's choose the words carefully. Rennes can go fuck themselves. UEFA can also go fuck themselves. We've been hard done by, as usual. It was our chance of getting a good trophy this season. We didn't have to face the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City. It was a trophy we could have genuinely gone for and done the usual thing with the club, being the first to win that trophy, which is something we've done time and time again.
Are we going to challenge this decision, or are we just accept
We've already accepted it, I believe.
So does that suggest that Conte didn't want to do it?
No, Conte's going to want to win everything. I'm sure he is. But I think he's probably going to accept the fact that Levy would be on his back about, financial constraints, team constraints, and the most important thing for the club's top four, and perhaps a domestic trophy. But I think Conte will be fuming that he couldn't get things done that he wants to, because the man's a serial winner. He wants everything, every single trophy there is. He doesn't want to give up a single thing to anybody. And this was just above and beyond anything I've seen before. It's always us on the end of these things as well, isn't it? Always seems to be.
Would Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, would any of them have the same issue if they were in their Champions League and for whatever reason couldn't field their last game? Would any of them go out the competition without playing?
Well, yeah. Let's just do two little reactions. Mark Cousin saying, "I'll try and get on the fan show tonight." Seeing as I know the iPhone is not good enough, I've got on there. No problem, Mark. Be good to see you again anyway. We did Wayne Bonner saying, I think it's disgusting. Yeah. Guguma, yes, I do not understand the decision. I think it's unfair. We could not control the situation on our part. You say it in a much milder way than I did. But yes, I totally agree, Guguma. Paul Brown saying, as far as I know, Tottenham Hotspur don't intend to appeal, just contend home fixtures, FA Carabao. Yeah, that could be the way.
Right, I'm going to say this now about UEFA, and I'm probably going to do a little rant, so I do apologise, and the language may be a bit blue. So again, I apologise. I don't mean to offend anyone. For me, UEFA is a fucking corrupt bunch of wankers. All they care about is themselves. They don't care about anyone else. They don't care about the Tottenham Hotspur. They don't care about fans. They don't care about nothing. UEFA should actually be broken down. I mean, Michel Platini is up for corruption charges. It is a corrupt bunch of tossers. And I tell you one thing now, I think we should do a protest against it. Because I think how they've treated us has been an absolute bloody disgrace. I think we've been treated badly. We couldn't help having COVID. Rennes complained, we've got to travel an hour on a plane. Probably had messieurs on it and every bloody thing. But yeah, absolute bloody disgrace. And we have royalty in the chat now. Kim, bless you. We do hope Bob is okay. As I said this morning, every show we're doing is dedicated to Bob Spur until he's better. So that's from us three. And if you need anything, or you want to talk or anything, or you need anything done, us here in TTG will always be here to help you and be there for you. And we love you, we love Bob, and help him a speedy recovery. And thanks for stopping by. And it's lovely to see you, Tim. Guys, do you want to say anything?
No, you said it all there, basically, Dermot. I think it's a case with Bob at the moment that no news is good news, because the last update was a really positive one. So just a bit of a waiting game. I hope that's fair to say, Kim. And Yeah, Phil, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, no. I just echo, the thoughts of us all, which is, we just wish him all the best, and we know it's a real tough time for you going through it now. But if there's anything at all we can do, then we're all here. So just give us a shout. But just all the best for both of you at the moment.
Yeah.
I think who was it talking about? It might have been Brian talking about it. Brian Daigle saying the hospital in Milton Keynes that we've moved to. They're really good at keeping the updates going for Kim and everybody. So that's a good thing too. Just maintaining it. It's a good feeling seeing everybody come together in support for Bob. It really is. We've got a fantastic community. So we're all waiting here for him to get on and tell people to piss off again. I can sort of feel it coming now.
Yeah. But she says, thank you so much, Dermot, Wayne, and Phil. Such lovely words with us. It's from the heart from all of us. So
big question in there from Wayne. Did Wrens receive any kind of punishment for refusing to rearrange the game? No, nothing at all. There was talk at one point that they may get thrown out, but that wasn't going to happen. UEFA wanted a big scout, didn't they? And they got one.
Yeah, the UEFA. I mean UEFA. Absolute corrupt bunch of wankers. Really are, and I'm fuming over this. But there's nothing we can do. So the only thing we can do is qualify for the top 4 now and qualify for the Champions League. I think you should be our main mission to overhaul our North London rivals. Then scum down the road. We should be in South London and qualify for the Champions League now, and win the damn thing then the next year or the following year. And stick it up to UEFA with one middle finger or 2 fingers.
So, certainly a bit of West Ham pressure there, isn't there?
Yeah, there was.
Oh, hang on. Should we just finish off the bit with Kim here? Just saying, Milton Keynes Hospital is such a better proposition. Yeah, that's the way I heard it. They seem to have a lot more time and focus on the patients than where he was previously. So it's all sounding very, very positive. So there's a good feeling at the moment, I think.
Yes. And a win from all of us, isn't it, guys?
Yeah, a little Phil Lattis roar for Bob. Woohoo.
He gets the 3rd one because he's proper royalty. Yeah. Kim, just if you're wondering what's been going on here, nothing really, apart from we've all discovered now that Dermot's got a drink problem. He's probably
I don't drink.
There you go. So as you can see, the denial is already and it descends over most of our shows, but we're just trying to do the best for him. So
we're supporting him as we can.
Oh Lord Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Oh God.
Kim saying sorry she didn't mean to derail the show.
Don't worry, we do that well enough on our own. We only need an excuse or
if anything, you're out.
Yeah, the rails come off this show quite often, believe me.
There you go. And Kim, see, she's got the measure of us all. And when I say the measure, obviously, I did wonder.
Jesus. You two have started something here which is
fire. Look at this. My cousin Vinny.
Yes. That's a good one.
That is definitely.
And then Cody Mack put denial is the first step.
Denial is the first step. Yeah, we touched on that today, but it's tough going. But
you two need to actually put everyone straight. I don't drink.
Mark Cousins is Dermot Father Jack. I'd say it's a bit unfair on Father Jack. Dermot's got far more of a temper.
Drink.
That's a serious drink problem, Dermot. As a non-drinking paddy, we have cures for that one, Dermot.
Yeah.
I wish somebody could help him.
Have another drink.
Here we go. See, look, vodka's kicked in. Here we go.
But there you go. It's life, isn't it? It's a bit of fun.
says he while he's swigging back another bit.
That was Phil.
Oh, that was Phil. Although the
Yeah.
bottle opening, I just assumed. I'm sorry, mate.
Yeah.
Phil's joining me in a few drinks now as well.
I'm just trying to see what you can see. So
There's the great Mickey Hazard. Isn't it a shame when he came back? He didn't actually play in the great Spurs team, did he? He left a sort of good one. He came back to a crap one.
Yeah, but imagine where we'd have been if he didn't come back at that point.
Yeah, we'd be a lot worse off, actually.
Major source of creativity for the whole team at that point.
very special message for Kim for you, Mr. Dermot.
Thank you very much, Kim. Thank you so much, and thank you so much.
Hi, Kimber. It's nice that you see so much sort of love amongst all the guests and the viewers and everything in there. It really feels like a family
it's a very unique family, this Spurs family, isn't it?
Yeah, I've said it before. You look on the likes of Facebook and things, it's like open warfare a lot of the time. I mean, it can happen on the YouTube community, but generally speaking, certainly amongst all the content providers that I know of, we all get on really well with each other, really supportive of each other's channels. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving being part of it.
Yeah. And Kim says she went bloody typos. I have that problem as well, Kim. And she loves the ideas she loves the idea.
What, the idea of getting Dermot drunk? And see what happens.
Don't worry, Dermot. We'll keep your drink issue quiet. Only mentions such as Twitter, Facebook, etc. seeking extra help for you.
Oh dear.
Another big shout. Obviously, Kim just echoing sort of the comment. Our community has been nothing short of amazing, but that's because we're a great community and everyone in there is well loved, and Bob is exceptionally well thought of, and no one likes to hear what you're all going through. It's not just Bob, it's you guys as well, and it's been a tough time, and that's why we do all wish you the very best.
I mean, Cody Mack says something here which is true, and I want to say a year ago I didn't even know you guys. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know Dave or Jack or Kim or Bob Spur or any of them. Cody Mack, Will Stewart, Mr. K. We never knew. We never knew each other, and this small community has turned into a big family, really, hasn't it? And it's lovely. So I know exactly what you mean, Cody Mack.
It's amazing how quickly the sort of friendships develop as well, because
I love.
They tried to make me go to rehab. Dermot said, no.
I used to love Amy Winehouse. That album, Back to Black, was a great album. I have to say, I had that in my. Yeah, I mean, it's lovely to watch back the Spurs games, isn't it, lads? It really is.
Yeah.
Not this Aussie time. This is too painful.
This game's going to get a bit better in a minute as well.
Yeah. Would you agree with that, lads? Something to thank COVID for?
No, it's
no, for all of us meeting. If it wasn't COVID, I don't think none of us would have met.
Yeah, there is certainly that.
I suppose that's the silver lining to a horrible time.
What's the lifeline? I mean, would have been going stir crazy without all this.
That's the Kim. And Kim said, I love Amy, preferred her first album though. Yeah, her first album was okay, but the second album I think was better. But I'm going to see the Eagles this year in June, so I'm really looking forward to that. Can't wait to see them. I think there's only one or two of the original lineups playing actually.
Where are you seeing them, Dan?
I think it's the Olympia or the 3 Arena. I think it's one or the other in Dublin. So looking forward to that.
I'm going to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to watch the mighty Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, well, I'm lucky enough. I saw Bowie twice in Dublin. Bowie was great. I love Bowie live. Bowie was absolutely brilliant. That one in Dublin there.
I would like to see you two in Ireland.
You two not as good as they used to be.
Do you mean us two, or
No, not you two.
I would love to see you two over here. It'd be great crack up in Dublin, but no, you two, the band. I don't think they're as good as they used to be.
I'd say we'd be there for your stag night, but you've already started, haven't you?
We'd have to get a Wayne Bono up here with us as well, wouldn't we?
Yeah. And Kim said we formed our own support group. We have, and I'm gonna have to say, anytime I've needed help or to talk to anyone, these two guys here have been absolutely brilliant. All joking aside, I've been low with my own mental health and stuff like that, and these guys have been brilliant. So I can't thank them, and Dave and Jack as well. I've gone through my own health issues and still going through them, but these guys have been brilliant. So absolutely thank you guys. Love you guys to the bones, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for the support you've given me. So I want to say thank you for that.
A big comment here from Wayne. So the only good thing to come out of the COVID pandemic is all the Spurs fans channels and the community, and seeing all these other masochists. Sorry, I mean Spurs fans. Great community. Yeah, you're not the only one going through it. The eternal optimist. Yeah, we'll win tomorrow. Yeah, we'll win the league this season.
I love this one from Spurs 72. I was a year ago. I was complaining about Mourinho to myself.
Yeah,
that's true. I think we all were.
Just imagine if we started putting on the Spurs matches during the 90s when we were losing all the time, just so that the younger fans can see what we're whining about.
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron. He said he saw Guns N' Roses back in Slane, made a packet selling naughty things. Yeah, let's move on. Saw U2 as well. Not a fan, but they were great live. Yeah, I've watched a lot of their
live in Lansdowne Road.
They do look a strong unit out there.
Yeah. So that Lansdowne Road is now the Aviva Stadium.
Yeah.
For anyone, that it was formerly known as Lansdowne Road. That's where Ireland played England the night. Some of them England fans really weren't England fans, started throwing stuff down on top of the other fans, and the Guardians batted them all the way back to the boat.
It's funny how a lot of bands or artists are so much better when you see them live as well.
Yeah.
I remember a friend of mine used to work. They were like in a booking office for a lot of the for some of the venues. I can't remember what exactly their job was, but they'd occasionally get their hands on free tickets to lots of different venues. So there was about 4 or 5 of us every time we'd go up and just watch a band for the hell of it, just because it was live music. And not a fan of his normally, but I got convinced to go and watch Marilyn Manson.
And you did?
Live, he was absolutely incredible. One of the best acts I've ever seen. And I just wouldn't have thought that by listening to his music normally. But it just goes to show how people can surprise you when they're actually there doing it live in front of you.
We've got Mike Cousins put, hang on, where are we? Yeah, that Alex Hinton says hi. Hi, Alex Hinton, lovely to have you in with us. Mike Cousins says, I saw Madness in Finsbury Park, too close to the enemy territory for my life. And yeah, Madness are brilliant live. I saw them live myself. Absolutely brilliant. Wayne Bonner said, saw Guns N' Roses at Milton Keynes Bowl, April 1993. Hell of a day, hell of a show. Yeah, I would take your word for it. Not a big Guns N' Roses fan myself. Are you two guys?
Yeah, I like some of it. I wouldn't say I know all of it, but it's one of those. I want to be able to, look back and say that I've seen them do Sweet Child or Paradise City and say that I've seen it live. That for me.
Yeah, same. I'm really appreciative of how good a vocalist Axl Rose is.
Yeah. His voice is gone now, hasn't it?
Yeah, he went over to be the singer for AC/DC for a while as well. Did a good job there. Yeah, his voice does seem to have gone there. But there was at one point I remember him being somebody quoted as saying that Axl Rose has the widest range amongst all the great male vocalists in rock music at the moment. But don't know how true that was. He could certainly go through a fair old few notes. And Slash as well. What a guitarist!
Yeah, he's phenomenal, isn't he?
Everything about him, the style as well, the top hat and everything. It was just and the long coattails, and he just oozed style. It was like kind of one of those guitarists you want to be like.
Wayne Bonner said best live concert, Alice Cooper.
Yeah,
that's an interesting show.
Yeah, another real showman.
Yeah. Kim B says we're under siege from the Hammers hit. Yeah, we are. I think we're under siege like for most other teams this season. It was a very bad season for us. And Kobe, do you want to read this one out?
Oh, sorry. First U2 concert was the Mighty UI. Oh, yeah. Do I want to read this one? That's very easy for me. I'm having a guess at pronunciations on this one. I am not even going to pretend I know how to pronounce this one.
Yeah.
So come on, Derba. It's up to you, mate.
We'll summarise it and we'll say it was 1988. I mean,
U2 concert was the Mighty Parak Yui Coma 88 IIRC. If that's Gaelic, right? I haven't done Gaelic in years. I knew Gaelic when I left school, and it's you lose it. Kim B put Alamo. Have you seen the episode of South Park where they prevent Slash? I'll let you read that out. Sorry, Cooper.
Well, did you ever see the episode of South Park where they proved Slash didn't exist and he was actually a Santa type myth? Oh yeah, you got
Aaron's put Park Creevy. He went, Jesus Dermo. I have not done Irish in a long time, Aaron. I learnt it fluently at school, and after you leave school, it goes out your head. I'm nearly 45 years of age. I can't remember what I had for breakfast, like what I did at school when I was 15, 10 or 11. Jesus.
I remember getting a Valentine's Day card from somebody one year, and it was signed. I looked at it and I went, "Who on earth is this?" Seoban. I thought, "Who's that?" And it's called Siobhan. And I thought, some of the spellings, I thought, I can't even guess at this. Either you know the language or you don't. You can't equate it to English until this.
Actually, one thing I didn't. Aaron says I failed it in the leaving. I didn't fail it in my leaving. Funnily enough, it's obviously a subject I didn't fail at. Funnily enough, that in history, Irish history, I didn't fail. But I failed in a few other subjects. Hence why I left school at 14 and decided I work for my dad. Much more fun making money than sitting in the classroom. It's much more fun. There's Big Eric. Thank you for everyone that's tuning in. Go on, Phil. What can they do? Tell people.
They can like and subscribe to our channel. They can hit the notification bell. So that they can see all our early notifications of anything coming up, and they can continue to watch and support us and put your comments in, so that it gives us, a great platform to interact with you guys. And for that, we thank you immensely. It's great when you look at the numbers that are watching along with us, and you see the comments coming in. It's really encouraging to know that we're doing something that's, you guys are enjoying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, even when it sounds like a small number when you say 15 people watching at the time, but for a channel whose subscription is only 160, that's a significant number. So I'm really pleased to see that lots of new faces coming in all the time. Our people becoming regulars. We know you from all the other channels as well. It's that little community feel again, isn't it? We're hopping around each other's channels.
Oh, sorry, let me just get that off. Look at the attendance, only 20,000. You think we both average now 50,000, 60,000 a game.
And also, I've just got some more breaking news. about Tottenham from UEFA. This is a quote: Tottenham Hotspur Football Club have been fined £4,270 following a pitch invasion during their home game against Betis, and also £2,350 for the throwing of objects from the stands by UEFA. Now, that was the Betis fans. Why are we being fined?
Weren't they all fighting amongst themselves in the stadium?
Yeah. So why are we being fined?
Well, I'm assuming they must have been fined as well, to be fair.
Yeah, but why are we being fined?
Well, perhaps some of ours were involved as well. I don't know. We don't see everything if we're watching it on TV, do we?
There you go, Kuba. A tongue twister for you, my friend.
Well, I know Siobhan and Sinead. What's the name of it?
Saoirse.
Schwaze?
No, Saoirse. That one there by Sinead is Saoirse. That's the nice.
To be honest, I've never heard of that.
No.
And sorry, just latest on Sky Sports, Premier League records 90 positive results in the latest round of coronavirus testing. That's a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah, and also if you don't have to, but if you do want to donate, Phil, where can they do that as well?
We put the link at the top of the chat, so it's there, but it's also on our homepage. If you look at the banner across the top, it's in the bottom right-hand corner there. And like we say, you don't have to. If you do, then we'll use this to try and improve our channel and do some even more good work. And
it does help, doesn't it? It really does help.
Yeah,
it does
absolutely.
Help us.
Yeah.
We are a small channel, but things like that do help to get us better games and guests and better equipment, so we can bring a better package to you or overall, so we can make your experience of watching us a better experience than what it is at the moment. So that's what that's for.
I've got to have a last guess at the last name on the list there. I'm going to guess it's been Sheila. Would that be right? Or
let's see. So I can't see. Slay.
What?
Yeah, so I think that might be Sheila. Yeah, I think that might be.
I hope it is, because it seems like a logical guess to me. But
yeah, you got Sabrine there, Sophia, Sinead, Saoirse.
It's funny. It's comparisons to learning Norwegian. My mum's Norwegian, and you can't sort of guess from the sort of Latin-based language like English basically is.
We see Ireland was very ruled by the church back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s and 80s, even the 90s. Cougar as well. I mean, divorce wasn't legal here until only recently, the last I think 20 years. That you're allowed to get divorced in Ireland.
I've flown in then.
So at school, even when I went to school, Latin was still being taught in school. And you used to have the priest come in, or the priest, or the like the monks used to, the brothers used to run the schools in Ireland. Christian brothers, they were vicious.
I would have thought that a lot of the Gaelic names don't have any sort of Latin background, though, do they?
Well, no, I mean
that's what makes it so difficult for, like I said, if you're English or even Spanish, or you're not going to pick up on a lot of these pronunciations.
No.
The same as you wouldn't with Norwegian. You either know the language or you don't. Yeah. There's no guesswork you can do.
No, it's in my household. When I was a child, I had to speak Gaelic to my parents. If they very were. Even though my mother was Protestant and my dad was Catholic, I had to speak Gaelic. Every Friday we had to read an Irish book to the headmaster. And he'd be walking down with a ruler in his hand. If you get it wrong, you get the ruler across the fingers, which did hurt, believe me. So yeah, it was very much. But when you leave school, you don't use it because everyone speaks it. Everyone speaks English now. There's still a few places in Ireland where they speak Gaelic and they still speak it now fluently. They won't speak English at all. But even like on our news and RTE, we have a news in Gaelic, and then we have the RTE news. But yeah, Aaron Dubb said English is the language of the devil, Latin the language of the angels. I think that's the line from Angela's Ashes. It is.
Oh, there we
It
go.
is,
There's the goal to settle
yeah,
the game.
and that's a great film as well for everyone. Angela's Ashes. It was a very good film.
It is.
And
Great
Michael
choice.
Collins as well. Do watch that one as well. That gives you a bit of history how Ireland become a free state, and then that was a stepping stone for us to become a republic in 1940. It was either 19. I think it was 1948. We left the Commonwealth to become a proper republic, Irish republic. So
it is a cracking film. Liam Neeson as Michael Collins, isn't it?
Yeah. Julia Roberts is in that film as well. Stephen Ray, the fella out of Harry Potter's in it. What's his name?
Oh,
Snape,
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman, yeah.
Yeah, it's strange. There was a little story about him in the filming of that, wasn't there? He had to go and rehearse. He had to go and do this scene where he's giving a big speech out to a massive crowd, and of course there wasn't the budget to have all of them as extras or actors, so it was members of the public had come out to form the crowd. And there's Alan Rickman. He's on the phone to the producer and saying, "Oh, what the producer said, you're okay to just do this scene." Said, yeah. Who's going to be there? He goes, "Well, we've got in all the locals to help us film the scene." And then Alan Rickman's thinking, he's an Englishman going over into the heart of Ireland, talking about almost a fabled level of worship towards this man, and you're going in as an Englishman to try and talk to all these local Irishmen who are perhaps swelled up with the heat of the moment and the patriotism they have. And I think Alan Rickman's reaction was okay, and he just hung up or something like it was along those lines. It was he knew it was a major
to give you a bit of a background on Dev. Dev was actually was born in America. He was born actually Eamon was born out by his parents when he was young. But that speech, the one you're talking about, was the start of that set fire to the Civil War. Basically, that's the speech where they said Irish blood will run down like a river, or something along them lines. That's a quote when they were discussing the treaty, when it went to the vote, do you accept the treaty or not? So yeah, that was a great scene, but not great for him because that really sparked the Civil War in Ireland. Mike Cousin said, "We apologise, Mark. I didn't see a comment, and I apologise to Phil, who's the comment man, that we missed your comment there." I'll start with you, Phil, with this one. Maybe you might know. He says, Alaska game. Okay, Alaska again, seeing you flick past my question. Sorry. If this is 93, where is Mabs? Do either of you two know?
Yeah.
I think he was injured, wasn't he?
This was after the infamous incident with John Fashanu smashing his eye socket.
Right, okay.
I'm sure it is. This is
Wayne Bond has just said the same.
Yeah. This is a December the 28th. This game, I think. So Mavericks would have been done a couple of months before, something like that. Yeah,
and Aaron Dubb here. This is a good one. I love this one. This is mine now to become star of the channel today. It says 1949 is the first international team to beat England in England was Ireland. We played in Goodison Park when we won 2-0 after becoming a republic. The good old days. Yeah, the good old days. See, first year of a republic, what do? We go over to England and beat you.
It's always mixed emotions as an Englishman because we love to cheer the underdogs on at the same time. So
you weren't saying that in '88, were you? To be fair, when we were beating you.
No, I was disappointed, but I mean, like we said before, I've always had an affinity with Ireland anyway. I mean, I've got Irish blood in the family, but I mean that doesn't make me an Irishman. I know I'm not, but I've always had a soft spot for Ireland. So
Phil?
when they're doing well in the World Cup, I was quite happy to watch along with that, joining.
Yeah. Phil, were you disappointed after the 88 and 1990 when you couldn't beat us?
1988, yeah, we were awful, but 1990, no, because we made it to the semi-final. So I was more disappointed about, having some appalling penalties and not quite sneaking it, because I think, like with Euro 96, I think if we'd beaten Germany, we probably would have gone on and beaten Argentina in the final. So that was heartbreaking. The group games were irrelevant at that point. As long as you get through the group, that's what counts.
I think that might be.
It.
Is that the end of the game?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, looking that way.
Yeah.
Evening, Ben.
Evening,
or is
Ben.
it just? No, hang
There's
on.
some fella down. There's some fella down in the 6-yard box there. Yeah, but big up, Aaron. Thank you. Yeah, that's nice to know. I mean, you've only beaten us once in 30 years, so it says a lot that your toughest game was actually your closest neighbour.
No, game's still on.
Duck
it was
Drive
just
does
a break
have
or injury.
Yeah, well, Duck Drive does have on his channel the game between England and Ireland from 1979 at Wembley. So that's something we might bring up Christmas Eve as a little treat for everyone. Because we haven't done an international, and since Christmas Eve, we might bring that one up. It's only half an hour long, so. But big up again for Duck Drive for letting us use your thing. And True Sets Freezing. How are you? Hang on. Are you doing that, Phil?
I'll bring them up. You just read them.
Go on, PV, you read that one there.
All right, okay. The Truth Sets Free, spot on as always. Great show, thanks. And thank you for joining us again, Truth Sets Free.
Thank you. Yeah, we really love you having you on.
Ben Kaufman's sneaked on as well with an evening chat, so I see.
Yeah.
Evening, Ben.
Are you better for the morning, Ben? Are you going to join us in the morning? Let us know. I hope you're feeling better anyway. And then Mark Cousin says, thank you. I was joking about my comment. You have more important things to address. The Irish girls' names. I mean, my fiance's name's Derval, and that is supposed to be Dervala, but her other name is actually called Derval, so which is an Irish name as well. And go on, you two. I know you're eager to do this now. I know you are.
It's not water, but it is a clear liquid. There we go. See, look, he's finished that bottle off.
You can see the vapor hitting his eyes. The tears are forming. Oh, that's the stuff.
It's definitely shaken, not stirred. Oh, Lord. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the message, Cody Mac. Well, what a good game this turned out to be for Tottenham, actually. Is it that player that should not be named?
I think it might be. It's that time of the.
Go on. I'll let you get bottom of that for our esteemed coffee guest in the morning.
Okay. Ben Kaufman saying I should be feeling less groggy now. Felt so bad yesterday. I full-blown pelted my door and might possibly have fractured my toe too. When it rains, it pours. Yeah, that's true enough. Perhaps we're going to get kicked out of some other competition as Spurs now, are we?
Yeah. And then Ben's talking to Gaguma as well.
And Ben just saying, hey, Gaguma. Of course, got to say hello to Gaguma. Gaguma's lovely.
And is that free kick? Yeah, it is. Free kick West Ham. Well, I enjoy these games. What are we doing next? What's the game? What's our next big match do you think we're going to do for Christmas? We'll have to do something special for Christmas now, being it Christmas week.
I've been hunting to see if there's any footage I could find that's usable of Christmas Day fixtures from World War II.
Yeah.
Because we had No, there's nothing I can find that's usable or just the complete lack of it in most places anyway. But yeah, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for that because that really would be something historical, wouldn't it? There'll be that's going to be ultra rare footage, if there's any at all.
I will be putting on Twitter a poll for our next game for over Christmas. So whatever you like to do, Cody Mack has hit. You guys should do the Spurs to Liverpool from the 12th of the 19th, 2021. It was a classic.
We want to sort of go 20 years or so back where possible, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm just doing the maths on that at the moment.
If we could find a comic, we would.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just doing the maths. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just outside that sort of that range, I think. We'll give it another 20 years, and we'll revisit that one.
Adam says. Hang on, let me go up there. Adam says, well, Alexander Hilton put get kicked out for a pre-session next. That's one. And then Adam says, imagine playing football on Christmas Day. Just above the two, above Cody Mack, Phil. Ben says, my mother's given interesting remedy, fixing broken toe.
Deli Ali's just gone through. Did anyone see that? Scummer.
I wasn't trying to not to look at the telly, at the computer screen.
Well, have a look at this for him. I bet they won't show it.
Do I really have to look at Judas? I feel sick every time I look at him.
He's just missed an open goal.
Okay, where are you now with the comments, Phil?
There's only that one that's at the bottom. No, that one.
No, there's all the rest of them up to Ben Kaufman about his toe. You can go up there. Go on, you two do it then. I'll leave you to do it. Because we're missing a few out here.
Okay, back up to Ben Kaufman here. By
No, it was to that one there.
Oh yeah, my mother gave me an interesting remedy for fixing a broken toe. Drink a pint of Guinness. So I think Dermot will be able to confirm that. I think he broken all 10 toes tonight by the sounds of it. What else have we got now? Who's doing the comments here, by the way? I don't mind going through.
I'm just bringing them out.
Okay.
Cody Mack Winks turns to Miniesta. I wish.
Yeah.
Adam, Cody Mack, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Do a watch along. Aaron Duff saying, do a watch along with Pipes of Peace, Paul McCartney, Jerry's versus Brits in World War One song, or maybe a watch along to World War II's Escape to Victory match.
That's a brilliant film, isn't it?
Actually, do some commentary on it, perhaps a Dermot style, maybe. Yeah, that could be funny. Well, should we? Yeah, we're doing Escape to Victory, Matt. No, we can't. We'll get.
I don't know if we'd be allowed, but you would hope to, wouldn't you?
Tottenham 5, Oldham 0. Very early 93-94 season. Wayne Bonner. I've got a feeling we showed that the other day. I've certainly seen the Tottenham 5 Oldham 0 one. Perhaps we chose a different game at the end. I'll check on that after we've come off air. But certainly a few goals from that one.
Yeah, we've done that one, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, in the UEFA Cup final, the Anderlecht.
Oh no! She's saying in the European Cup, but I'm presuming that's.
Oops, we're.
I'm presuming that's what Alexander means. Alexander, sorry, that's what he means. And then best way, Adam, that's the best way to fix a broken toe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Full of iron. There we go.
Did we get Ben Kaufman's one in at the end there? Guguma, hopefully it'll hold up. I've got to do a coffee order and receive a shipment of coffee, so hopefully it'll hold out. Well, there you go.
Sorry about that. Just had to run an errand. Sorry. Do apologise.
Yeah, to the off-license Dermot, or
No, it's just had to give something to my wife. She's just awake,
Okay,
so I had to give something to her. Sorry.
okay,
It's
yeah,
just
no problem, mate. No problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the end of the football. We're going to talk about anything else, or are we going to look to end it off here?
I think we ended off there. Are we back tonight, Kuva, at 11, or we're going to do it start from tomorrow night?
There's a lot to talk about at the moment, isn't there? But
Yeah.
I think we're probably going to be clashing with Irish Hotspur tonight, aren't we? They're doing the fan phone in. So and we could do it and then find there's nobody actually on air because we're all queuing to go on David's show. That'll be interesting.
We'll start then from tomorrow night, then from 11 o'clock. We'll do a show tomorrow. But if you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe. We're now up to 163 subscribers, so thank you very much indeed. We're trying to get to 200 before the end of the year. That's our dream. But again, thanks to Phil for everything he's done for the show. Thanks to Kuva. Absolutely brilliant. Phil, where can everyone find you, sir?
They can find me right here, mostly in the evenings. I do have a little sneaky look occasionally during the day, but yeah, you'll always find me on here in the evenings with you guys.
And same for me. I mean, you always find me here, and I'll certainly be trying to get on to David Harris and Jack Kanicki's show for the phone in later. Otherwise, dotted around the channels as usual. But obviously, we're picking up here. We're trying to put as much work as we can into the channel at the moment. Hopefully, get better at it. But we do want to maintain that kind of drop into the three blokes at the pub sort of feel to the channel, don't we? Keep it very relaxed. If anybody wants to come in and join in with that at time to time, that's a good thing. We will certainly be back in the morning with Ben, won't we?
Yeah, we will, and we also will be on. Yeah, and also we will be on as much as we can over Christmas. Phil will be starting it. We'll be starting a new show that Phil will be presenting. It's called Phil's All-Time Spurs 11, where we'll get a guest on, and Phil will be asking them what the all-time 11 is. So that starts in the new year. Us three will be doing it. I was still doing like good evening and everything, and then we're going to hand it over to Phil to ask the questions for that. We have a guest coming on, which we're at the moment working on, which we will be doing. He will be coming on doing his favourite match as well. We can't say who, but it's somebody that we all love and admire. We've got Sean Butler on tomorrow evening doing his all-time Spurs 11. So he'll be joining myself, Kuva, and Phil. Hopefully now during Christmas, Phil might join us in the morning shows as well. So hopefully he can come on when he finishes work on Friday. But yeah, we've got lots of things coming up. We've got games. And we're now on Twitch as well. So we're looking forward to do that. Anything else you want to say, Phil?
No.
Before we go?
No,
just wish everyone who wish everyone a Merry Christmas. If you are going home to your families, be careful. Merry Christmas. And Phil, Spurs 72 has given you a special comment here, and we would like your response to it.
No doubt. All day long. That's what dreams are made of.
Absolutely.
I could just do with someone like you.
And
we could just get Adele on and just have a talk. We just won't say anything. Just let her carry on.
We'll just leave it to Phil. We'll just stay there and we'll just come off. It'll just be Adele and Phil on top and Tantrum Goal. We'll leave it as an open view.
It'd be called drooling with Adele.
Mark Cousins saying, "Cheers, lads. If it's Gary Babbitt, can I come on?" I very much doubt we'd ever be able to get Gary Mabbott somehow. The man's very much in demand.
Yeah.
It's not for the lack of trying, Justice.
But we will. Whoever will have
it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, sorry, it is Ray Mason. Yeah, no,
It is Saving Private Ryan Mason.
Yeah, no, it's not. Right, thank you all.
Just a couple more comments we don't think we caught from earlier.
No.
There was Mark Cousins saying, didn't we beat Oldham away that season to stay up?
Yeah, we did 2-0. Vinny Samways
sideways goal, wasn't it? Yeah.
And who scored the second? Was it Sedgley?
I just remember the Vinny sideways goal,
yeah,
to be honest.
Same here. Do Spurs versus them team that shot Benet 3rd of December 1910.
1910. Oh, I'd love to. If only we had footage of that. That'd just be awesome. That really would. And Deli Ali TikTok watch along. Or watching putting an Iron Man mask on. Oh dear.
Oh Lord.
No, I don't think we'll go. We can't even stoop that low, can we?
I think I'm going to change it a bit this week. Before Christmas, I'm going to put Phil's favourite game on, and we're going to put Kuba's favourite game on one nights this week as a little Christmas treat to them, so they can get their favourite game that they love to. Is that okay with you two guys?
Yeah.
Huh?
Phil?
Just got to be careful with the nights because we've only got like two, maybe 3 nights. So Wednesday's out. So,
but as usual, we're making up our content on the fly, aren't we? So,
But we might be doing the watch along Wednesday. I don't know if we will or not, but it's up to you if we should or not. But I think it'd be good laugh to it. But we will have to put Phil on mute that game because he will get a little bit excited.
Wayne Bonner saying Howell's got the second in that Oldham game. Yeah, that sounds about
Apparently,
right.
This is for me. No drinking if Adele comes on, Dermot.
Later, guys. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Right. On which note,
did you read The Truth Sets Me Free? Phil, we will make that happen. Adele will be on TTG someday. We hope so for Phil.
Certainly won't be through the lack of trying.
No. Yeah. He has on Twitter. He has been absolute. I've seen the comments that's been written up, and God love him. I think he deserves it. Wayne Bonner. I remember watching it in Sky. Yeah, I do. I was in the pub watching it as a young lad. So, on that point of my so-called drinking habits, according to my 2 co-hosts, what's the famous words, Cooper and Phil?
Big up Adele.
And woo-hoo.
And woo-hoo. Levy
out.
Out.